So when you're running the Zaptran process and you look at the .list file after running it, you may see a message under a certain course and student that says course has not been evaluated and has some more information. What I want to show you is I want to show you what that error looks like. And it's not really an error, it just means that a user forgot to build something. And then I'm going to show you what you have to do in order to correct that and then run the process again. So I ran the process and I was looking at my output, and you can see for this student right here, I was trying to bring over courses for CATC, but it says underneath the course, it says course has not been evaluated. No transfer articulation rule exists in SHR TATC for the home VPDI code BRCC. Now note, these outputs speak in table language and you all are used to form language. But what this is actually a form SHR TRTC. So it's saying that you have not built the equivalent for this course at CATC. So in order to resolve this issue, you have to come and you have to build the equivalent for the course. So I'm going to go and build the equivalent. Now please note, for this example, I'm just going to build some mock numbers. It's not really true. It's not the true equivalent for these courses. You will have to talk to your person at your college who's responsible for providing equivalences for you to know how to build it and when to build it. You can always go look at the video called Gathering Data for Transfer Equivalences to get some ideas on how to get this data from your college personnel. But for this example, I'm just going to show you some mock courses. So I'm going to X out of Zaptran, and I'm going to go into SHATATRTC. Sorry, it was SHATATR. I was a little confused on my form there. And then I'm going to look for CATC, capital area. I'm going to select college. And I'm just going to put capital and then put the wild card and do F8. And there's the capital area technical college. So I'm going to double click on the code. Then I perform a next block. And I'm going to look for the courses that I needed to build an equivalent. And please note on your output on Zaptran, you're going to have to write those down. But for your purpose, you have to figure out a process of how you're going to get that information. But I wrote it down, so I knew I needed to do computer 1310. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the enter query button because I want to query the information. I want to search for that course. And then I'm going to do the execute query button. And this is the course I need to build the equivalent. So you can see the course is here for CATC, but BRCC doesn't have an equivalent yet. Now I'm just going to do an XXXXX course. And this is just an example. But a lot of colleges, if they're articulating everything and there's not a true course at their college that matches that course from the other college, they're building fake courses just to get that information onto the student's transcript. So once again, for stuff like that, that has to be someone at your college who provides you with that information. And then I put in a title, and then I put the same credits the course is worth at the other college as the credit used at my college, and then I save. And then I'm going to roll back, and then I'm going to do the next course. So I'm going to go ahead and enter a query again. Now note, you don't have to use the query button. You can scroll all the courses. I tend to do a query because it's easier for me to find the courses. The second course the student had was YS 1400. I'm going to execute that query, and then once again I'm going to build the equivalent just using the XXXX. And once again, do not do this without speaking to someone at your college who actually provides you with the equivalent. So I enter in the title, enter in the credits used, and then I save. Now I can go back and run Zaptran for this one student, and that student's information will be articulated over. So I'm going to go back to Zaptran, and this time I'm just going to run it for the one student. So you leave the term as percent. Parameter number 2, you're going to put in the student's banner ID, which I wrote down so I know I have it. And then I'm going to put parameter number 7 as U to update. I perform a next block, and I save. And then I'm going to go look at my output. So I go to Options, Review Output, double click next to the file name, double click the .log just to ensure everything came over correctly. This looks great. So I'm going to roll back, and I'm going to double click, and I'm going to double click on the .list file. And now you can see the courses have been brought over and have been articulated with the courses I entered on SHA TATR.